In a civil appeal of a final order, generally the following may occur. Within 10 days of filing the notice of appeal, appellant may direct the lower court clerk to include or exclude any documents or exhibits filed in the lower tribunal in the record on appeal, and may designate any trial proceedings for transcription and inclusion in the record on appeal. If appellant directs the clerk to exclude any documents or portions of transcripts, then appellant must file a statement of judicial acts to be reviewed. Within 20 days of filing the notice of appeal, appellee may file directions to the clerk and designations to court reporters if appellee feels that additional materials are important for the court's consideration. Within 50 days of filing the notice of appeal, the lower court clerk shall prepare the record on appeal prescribed by Florida Rules Appellate Procedure 9.200 and serve copies of the index to the record on appeal on all the parties. Within 60 days of filing the notice of appeal, the lower court clerk shall electronically transmit the record on appeal to the appellate court, or file notice of inability to complete or transmit the record, specifying the reason. Now, it is great that the appellate court now electronically transmit the record to the appellate court, because now all parties have electronic access to a copy on the record on appeal before even the initial brief is due. Within 70 days of filing the notice of appeal, the initial brief is due. Within 30 days of service of the initial brief, the answer brief is due. Within 30 days of service of the answer brief, the reply brief is due. A reply brief is not required. It's in your discretion. Both parties have until 15 days after the reply brief is due to be served to request oral argument. Even if you request oral argument, does not mean it'll be granted. It is in the discretion of the appellate court. Both parties have until the time for service of the reply brief to request attorney fees. Now, attorney fees are only permitted when you have a basis for such as a contract or a statute. After the final brief is filed, or if there is oral argument, after the oral argument has been held, it is now up to the appellate court to rule. Once they rule, you will receive an order from the appellate court.